answering this question will lead you to what's truly holding you back, to the source of inner resistance that you are going through. The real question is, what's holding you back if you move from a state of unconditional love? Hello universe, welcome back to the Words of Influence community. I'm so glad to meet you again, spending my time and space with you here now. After enjoying my blissful new adaptable situation here in Bali, I'm pretty much enjoying the fluctuation that is happening, what's going on here. In short, it's all went well, and now I'm so grateful that I can back here with you again. And as usual, on this channel we share about consciousness, vibration, energy, and all that is connected with you, universe, within and outside you, to get your transcendence journey, so you can remember what you are here for, so you can shine as flow of universe, and preparing yourself so you can serve your higher purpose. That's transcendence is all about. Your life is no longer about you. Your physicality becomes the living container for the flow of life, or sublime flow. This episode is inspired by great conversation, specifically question that I've got from previous episodes, which is how to maintain your boundaries from a place of unconditional love. This question quite interesting because I found that lots of you are struggling with unconditional love, with boundaries. Sometimes you're confused the balance between love and wisdom, both actually part of your experience here on earth, especially as you transform. And thank you for your patience to stay tuned on this channel, but at the same time you give time and space for me to just be me, to recharge my energy, to adapt with my situation and allow everything just be. And that's so beautiful. I found that rest is so powerful. Rest is needed because rest is part of the entire adventure. Rest is allowing divine flow to keep circulates through you. So rest is basically so important in your journey, especially if you embody sharing, giving. At some points I also need self-care or me time for me to just be, to just enjoy myself, even with do nothing. Enjoy the stillness, enjoy doing nothing. It's all beautiful, it's all wonderful, it's all a part of our soul adventure. So rest as much as you need, no matter how long it takes. Give yourself the time and space you need. Your body is your inner compass. It's the honest compass which link to your intuition. So when you want to listen to your intuition, listen to whatever your body give respond to. So much so, what has contradictory with our mind usually is the body. The body is speaking differently with what we possess in our current state of mind. That's the source of inner resistance that usually going on within you, or what we usually call as inner battle. So the more you give yourself rest, the more you free your soul, you free your intuition, you give your soul time and space to just be, to enjoy your presence to the fullness without contaminated by other sources of information, especially when we live in an era which we are so bombarded by sources of information, like resources everywhere. So within each moment itself, we constantly consuming like so many information without have time and space to processing everything that we have inside or internally. So rest is like breathe for your soul, like you exhale everything that you have inhaled into your entire system. Feels so free, it feels so alive to just exhale, right? So much so we need rest as much as we need activities, movement, or doing anything that we love to do. That's a glimpse about what I've experienced lately, and I'm so grateful that I can back here to share again with you. I love you. How are you? Thank you for your curiosity, your question. That's a sign that you are alive, that you are aware of yourself, and I'm so appreciative. Notice most people are resisting their curiosity without realizing that curiosity linked to their innermost calling or their heart desires, and what you suppress repressed. And the more you listen to it, the more you give it space to just be, to explore itself through your life. You giving birth to it. The more you collect information, the more input of informations you consume, the more connection you gain from outside circumstances or environment. Somehow you feel like disconnected with yourself. That's because the true connection starts within. You can only connect with others as deep as how you've met yourself. You are your internal guide. You know the best for you. So as you start with yourself first, you'll allow yourself to navigate every relationship, every connection that you meant to connect with, that you meant to experience. Following your internal guide will be a linear path. Sometimes you also experiencing confused, a bit lost, the fluctuation or the retour, but it's all happening with a different vibration. Whatever happens, you will face every road, every pace gratefully, gracefully, effortlessly, because you are vibrating your natural state, and the door of joy from within, or what we call bliss, will automatically flows from inside. That will be much more magnetic to what you're meant to be. You will become magnetic to what you meant to experience. Let's celebrate each moment with gratitude, because to be alive is a privilege of life. And if you're here, I'm so grateful for your presence, because your presence is your greatest gift to everyone you meet. In the right time, in the right place, in the right situation, it's all the experience your soul has signed up for here on earth in this lifetime. When you just live in a bubble or in your comfort zone or live safely, you don't really know what a life really is, because you just living in your own bubble, like rinse and repeating activities with the absence of your own presence. That's why you feel like there's something missing, but you don't know what it is. That's why people often feel like there's something missing in their lives, although they already do lots of things, but they still somehow feel something missing. The subtleties, which they don't know how to describe it, because they still don't know how to processing what is going on within them truly. And keep living the same life, same bubble for such a long time will shape your state of being, so that it will become a constant state, but at the same time you always feel need to escape from that. That's why people feel that emptiness or the subtleties with vocation, with pleasure, with addiction, or something that can release, or something that can help them escape from their current state of being, or what they usually call as escaping reality, because they comes from a state of being that they don't really love, but they don't have enough courage to get out from that bubble, because it's already become like default state of being, rooted and embedded in their entire being. So when they do something different, it feels like weird, strange, or especially when it's so hard to get out from comfort zone, or even just be open-minded, or get out from something unusual, or seeing something anomaly. It's like strange. People that live in their own bubble for such a long time live in survival mode, so they not only feel lack of everything, but they will never feel enough, because they always need something to fill themselves so they can feel full, but everything at the surface level will never fully satisfy you, because that's not the cure that you really need at your core. But as you heal yourself, you experiencing your self-transformation, your self-transcendence, you know that there is so much more beyond this physicality, psychologically. You know that there's a realm beyond the thinking realm, or beyond the control realm, with this accumulation of information that shapes us into our current state of consciousness, which is the state of spirit, soul, or energy beyond our comprehension. But for you that just to live at the edge, or keep open mind, keep following your exploration, keep open to the unknown, for the uncertainty in your life, including out from your own current state of being, you know that there's also lots of challenges within it. But at the same time, that challenges comes from a place of joy, excitement, love, rather than something that you hate, something that you push away from you, something that you don't really like when you are on the survival mode, because you are still on your own bubble or your own comfort zone. So that's why once you tap into it, it requires you to lose your own mind, meaning unlearning all the information that you possess in your own current state of being, so your container will become an empty space again for you to fill it with every information that align with your highest good, or allows you to be the flows of higher power, higher source, whether you call it God, universe, or whatever you call it. You need to experience all the love, all the beauty, all the challenges that fulfill your container before you pour it outside. So the more you allow yourself to experience the fountain, the flow of life from source, the more you allow others as well to experience the surge of love that comes beyond our egoic state of consciousness. So thank you for being you. Thank you for allowing your energy to overflowing the source energy, the source of love. This state of being is state of transcendence. You already feel it from infinite source of what you really are within you. Of course, outside force can add something to you, but you are free to choose which one you want to consume, which one you allow to enter to your container, because you become the conscious container. You're not only the normal container that live in survival mode, but you realize that you are a living container. You activate your consciousness, so you have such a higher purpose to allow your fulfillment flows through you and as you, and you will naturally magnetize everything that meant for you just by self-radiation. You already be a sovereign and content being by your own. Whenever you feel like you need recharge, you come back to yourself, because you are your inner sanctuary. You can come back home whenever you want. You can just be truly yourself at ease and grace. There's such a sense of deep inner peace within it, and the fountain of bliss flows through you. When your state of being aligned with nature of reality, which is constant changing and constant transforming, you merge with the nature of reality itself. That's why you are free from inner resistance. You simply allow the force and the flow that is happening in life as you. When you realize that you are the unconditional love itself, you just simply be. You just simply allow yourself to just be, because you move from the state of unconditional love. And the real question is, what's holding you back if you move from a state of unconditional love? This question will lead you to what's truly holding you back, to the source of inner resistance that you are going through. Let's comment down below what's your source of inner resistance. I would be so proud of you, because you do your own self-reflection especially that gives rotation to your mental clarity and heart bravery to see what is happening in your inner reality. Whether you live in survival mode or in transcendence mode, there's always like agony, suffer, effort, and challenges within it. It's just happen in a different narratives because you experience all of this from different level of consciousness, different state of vibration. It's kind of like you experiencing street from ground floor, from the middle floor of the building. And there's also different with the perspective of the rooftop. In the rooftop, you find silence, so much absence of activities. It's just feel more peace. Different heights gives you wider perspectives. It's like the bird eye. You can see from lots of standpoints. From there you can see like the cause of traffic, where the traffic comes from, what's happening in there, and what's connecting with one another. You can see like the big picture from the higher floor, from the rooftop. And not only that, but at the rooftop you feel so much closer with the sky, so that you feel like more limitless, you feel more infinite beauty, you remember what you really are. So it's kind of like you feel more connected with the sublime flow rather than living from the mundane force that constantly like limiting you. Expectation, anticipation, everything feels like more stress and survival at the lower ground or the lower floor, right? That's the metaphor of life. That's a metaphor of consciousness. You can see from a wider yet hidden perspective, which not only your own perspective or limited perspective, rather you collect more information. You can see the harmony of different perspectives, and you can like, oh, this one is connected with this. I can like playing this with this. I can like mixing, texturing one another, like playing how to create all of them more beautifully from the rooftop perspective, right? And in wherever situation, wherever your state of consciousness is, there's always requires effort. It's just the higher your state of consciousness, the effortless it feels, because you are aligned with nature of reality. You're free from innerressistance, so you feel every effort that you produce is just is. You just unfold yourself. What you meant to be is not like trying to escaping something that aren't you. It's just you, so it feels so easy, ease and graceful. That's the beauty of higher state of consciousness. In a nutshell, you only feel the need of setting boundaries at certain point or at certain frequency that you experience in your transformation journey, because as you transform yourself into a higher state of consciousness, the more you need to let go something from you in order to tap into a greater state of consciousness. It's like you can only feel something new if you have enough space for fill your cup with new things. Like no matter how you're trying, you will keep experiencing the same things, the same experience, because it's all the information that you have within you. It's like the repeating narratives and roles that you keep playing over and over again. Because boundaries is connected with your internal guide, embedded within your subconscious mind, of course, which is your entire physical body, I suggest to practice Blisscipline. Blisscipline is simply the sweet spot of sublime flow and mundane force. It can be 70-30, it can be 80-20, depends on what you need at that standpoint. It's an internal practice to allowing sublime flows through your mundane force to prepare itself as a conscious container to meet the fulfillment of both. I call this Blisscipline because it's a conscious cooperation between being disciplined yet at the same time following your bliss. When both of these can match, it's a divine dance that becomes a remarkable vibes. Like yin and yang become union again. You need flow, but at the same time you need force. When these two are combined, that will become so powerful, impactful, and blissful. I was at the point which I was totally self-disciplined. I was learning about being entrepreneur. I was learning about self-growth, self-love. Like I was focusing my energy on being the go-getter, which was so great at that point because at that time I learned about get out from my comfort zone through discipline, but at the same time I feel the sense of forcing something that I don't really like from myself. As my consciousness upgraded, I tap into a greater state of consciousness after my spiritual awakening, which I tap into my divine feminine. More yin energy flows through me after my spiritual awakening. I learned that, whoa, turned out my body feel more relaxed with yoga, feel more me when I do yoga rather than do hit something that forcing me that I don't really fully like. At first, I enjoyed that because I just unfolded the new version of me flows from my awakened divine feminine at that point. But as I experienced long enough in my divine feminine, I came to realize that I also need to find the sweet spot between my divine feminine and divine masculine because I know that both are me. My challenge is to alchemize both my masculine and my feminine into divine reunion that sprout from a state of love, joy, bliss, awareness rather than flows from what I don't really like, what I pushed it away from my wounds. This realization makes so much difference, especially whenever you want to take a decision, because you need to come back to yourself and realizing that what would my divine reunion will choose at this point. You always check back to yourself. Is it really a choice that comes from a place of love, or is it comes from a fear? Is it really comes from a place which is you enjoy it or blissfully, gratefully, or is it something that you force or you conditioned to do it blindly, or is it something that you don't really like but you suppose or must do because of this, and so much conditioning, inherent expectations, anticipation, and so many things that when you track back, you see that it's all comes from your wounded masculine and your wounded feminine self. So awareness is the first and foremost step. Forms are shaped by consciousness. Whatever you do consciously brings conscious thoughts, conscious feelings, conscious outputs, conscious actions, conscious embodiment. Once you are a conscious creator of your own reality, you realize that each moment you are choosing your own reality with a dance of divine orchestra. Like sometimes you might surrender, but at the same time you're also realizing that your surrender comes from a place of your conscious realization, comes from your self-awareness, rather than comes from conditioned mind that based on past, based on your wounded self. So that's the first tip of being Blisscipline, is self-awareness. Second tips of being Blisscipline is depend and trust your inner guidance. Your inner guidance is your intuition, your inner compass, your inner wisdom, whatever part of you that vibrate higher than your current state of consciousness, so that they can guide you, they can become your own mentor, become your inspiration, muse, or internal guidance that maybe feels stupid or weird for anyone else or the majority, but you know, you feel it, you know that you're meant for that. If it comes for you and only you knows, then that means for you. Whatever that is planted in your inner garden, it's yours to bridge into your physicality. Not only trusting them, but you also need to tend or take care of them, because your internal entire system is your inner garden. Imagine your whole system is the universe. There's mountain, river, fields, the greenies, the blues, the sky, the sunset, sunrise, sun, star. The whole cosmic galaxy all exists within you. What you do with them is how you take care of your inner garden. Whenever you consume to your body reflects outwards what you internally input to it. When you eat healthy, light vibrational foods such as fruit, vegetables, drink more water, like healthy foods and drinks, your body will reflect it outside, and it also affects your aura, your energy, your thoughts, your emotion, your mood. Like, it all reflects naturally, honestly. To tend your mind, you feed every source of information, every resources your mind want to express it outwards. Choose whatever information that you want to share outwards to your surroundings, to your environment. Surround yourself with like vibration. What you read, what you imagine, what you think, what you spend your day, it's all shape your mind. And also let go. Give your mind good rest. It's also tend your mind, exploring new things, following your curiosity, expanding your limits. Your mind will feel so much better when you experience something new, something beyond your default routine. You feel such expansion that unfolds new perspective in your mind. To tend your soul is to give yourself time and space to just be, to experience laughter, to love and to be loved, to give and receive healthily in a conscious way, be genuine, do something genuinely that can benefit others, contribute something to your surroundings without even think about what's coming back to you. Living in alignment, yoga, meditation is all freedom for your soul. Movement as well. The more you do soulful things soulfully, the more you can feel your soul express itself through your self-expression. Your soul will feel alive and you will naturally glowing. Like, it all connects. Your body, mind, soul, your entire system, every bodies of you reflects. Take care of your life and it will take care of you. Choose every decision consciously, and your decisions leads you to what you're meant to be. It all starts with the subtleties. What I mean by tend or take care here is constant practice. That's why I call it Blisscipline, because there's an aspect of discipline in it which is not linked to blindly obey. It's more about your commitment to yourself, that you are on a constant practice. You are lifetime's learner and a teacher of universe itself. Practice is the path. Like, you choose your practice and your practice will lead you to what you're meant to be. And the third thing is to open to the infinite opportunities that your whole entire system say yes to. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition, because your intuition usually sends its guides or plant its guides in your third eye before it occur or crystallized in your physical eyes. So whatever happened in your eyes is already guided and protected by your higher self. So be open to infinite possibilities that comes your way. You choose the opportunity. It's okay to sometimes like you don't know what to do, what to choose. It's okay. That's the moment. You need to come back to yourself, like asking your higher self, which one I really want to experience at this point. Because your soul came here to truly experience or recreate the experience that breeds another possibilities. It's not about what you choose. It's not about which path you want to walk. It's about what you enjoy along the journey. So always listen to your internal guide, and the more you listen, the more you open yourself to the infinite possibilities available, infinite miracle in each moment. You merge with the abundance of you are, and so whatever that you create from a state of abundance is already miracle, not only for you but also for the greatest good of all. So thank you for being you, thank you for choosing you, your greatest good, your greatest good. Thank you for enjoying this time and space with me. Thank you for choosing love, joy, bliss, and comment down below what is your biggest takeaway from this episode. You're my inspiration to keep giving, to keep sharing my highest good, not only for you but also for resonance. You already ready, I think, that energetically just by embody what you really are. So thank you, and see you again in another episode from my heart, mind, soul, and my entire being to yours. Love you.